What's going on, paranormal world? It's been a while since I've uploaded a review of Ghost Adventures House Calls, so here's my review and discussion on Wappingers Falls of Fear. Now, this episode came out June 2nd, 2022, so if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out and then come back and watch this discussion. So Zach Bagans sends the Ghost Adventures crew to New York to help this woman. Apparently, these dark entities are possessing her boyfriends. Now, the house that she is staying in has been a historical haunted house for years. The street that she's on is also haunted. Now, Julia is the lady that is the owner, and she has been seeing a black male spirit. Also, her and her family have been hearing voices and voices that are mimicking people, and she hears that very often. And like I mentioned before, her boyfriends are being possessed. And she also mentioned that she's seen a little child. She see it all the time. But apparently this home was built by this Dutch family and built in 1860. 4 generations have stayed in this home. And an interesting fact is, in 1950, a psychic investigated and did readings in this house. And this could be why this house is so haunted, because you never know what they brought into it. Anyway, when the Ghost Adventures crew enters the house, all of a sudden Aaron is affected and he's having trouble breathing. Now, who does that remind you of? Zach Bagans, right? Ever since Zach Bagans hasn't been traveling with them, Aaron has been the only one getting affected and overacting soon as they enter these homes. Have y'all caught on to that? I have, but as they continue to sweep the house and look around, they notice that Julia all of a sudden has no urgency for help anymore. Like, she doesn't want any help. She almost like she doesn't really need them there. And she wasn't giving the Ghost Adventures crew the answers they were looking for. Like, she didn't want to open up about her boyfriends being violent, which seems to me like she just has abusive boyfriends. But anyway, during the sloppy and uneventful investigation, they took a different approach in some ways. For instance, they took duct tape and they put it around the crew's mouth. And I thought that was pointless because it didn't lead up to anything. Basically, what I got from this episode was the Ghost Adventures crew would call for help, and the lady, she just wanted to see if these spirits were actually the ones affecting her boyfriends. And if the spirits wasn't affecting her boyfriends, then she just had abusive boyfriends. And it just almost reminded me of that episode of Demons of Seattle. Y'all remember that episode where it just seemed all fabricated or whatever? And oh, that dude that was in the Demons in Seattle episode, he was in one of my comment sections saying that the house was really haunted and all that. I just found that funny. But anyway, it was very little evidence, some EVPs, but not a real solution to this problem that was going on. But anyway, did y'all watch this episode? How did y'all feel? Because Zach Bagans said it was very controversial. I didn't think it was that much controversy. They just tried to make it out that way. I just feel like she was possibly in an abusive relationship and that was it. But anyway, let me know down in the comment section. And if you love any and everything paranormal related, then make sure you check out my previous videos. And, if you like it, then subscribe and hit that notification button so you can see every time I upload. As always, be safe. Peace.